Hi guys, welcome to StudentChow, the show where we try to cook recipes on a budget and try not to make pithy comments about YouTube Rewind while we're doing it.
The new scenario still is in a state of disrepair.
Received reports of an explosion in the city centre.
మెక్సికోలో గత 100 ఏళ్లలోనే అత్యంత
This is
తీవ్రతతో
a very
వచ్చిన
difficult time, but we've been through very difficult times before.
So many brothers and sisters that have come to help.
The community rallying to show its support.
This week's challenge I've got right here, so let's get into it. The winter months are rolling in and you've got to be able to get out of the house as quickly as possible to your lectures. You must come up with a student classic recipe that can be cooked in 15 minutes or less. Yeah, alright, we can do that. And as always, we've got our random number generators here. So I've got the D20, that's how much money I'm allowed to spend on the recipe on the whole. So 20 equals £20. I've got my D12, that's how many portions, nailed it, portions that I can cook. So if I get 6 or 9, I have to cook 9 portions. And I've got my D6 here. If I get an odd number, I have to cook a vegetarian or a vegan recipe. And if I get an even number, I'm allowed to cook with meat. Okay, so it's 7 portions today, and I've got 15 quid to spend, and it's a 2, so I get to cook with meat. Hooray! Okay, so we've got our challenge, we've got our numbers generated. Let's head to the store.
A thousand flowers, yeah, they wear this butterfly. Boom! Got a fist
It's
of
proper cold out, just finished at the store. Only spent £5.67, but they didn't have everything that I needed for this recipe, so I'm just going to walk over the road to the other one. Okay guys, we're back from the store, we picked everything up. So when I first heard Student Classic, I thought about the weather. It's very cold and you just want something really comforting. And if it's going to be quick, the thing that I came up with was beans on toast. However, we're going to take it up a level. We're going to do kind of like a pork and bean style kind of thing. I've got some chorizo, I've got some peppers, I've got some onions, some garlic, and we've got 3 different types of beans just to run it through. Easy. Okay, so I ended up spending about 13 quid, so 2 quid off my budget, and I picked up some chorizo. The good thing about things like these dried meats is they are very easy to store, they last forever, and because it's chorizo, it's got all the spices and seasonings that we need in it already. If you fry this off, all that fat is going to render with all those spices in, and it's just going to make seasoning so much easier. So this recipe starts off by peeling and dicing an onion and 3 cloves of garlic, as well as dicing up a yellow pepper. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to dice up our chorizo, make sure it's peeled, and then we're going to throw it into a hot pan over a high heat and let it caramelize. Once that's done, we'll add our veg and we'll be ready to go. Okay, once that's done, we're going to add in some tomato passata, some salt, pepper, honey, the juice of 1 lime, and then we're going to add in our beans. For these, I've got 3 different types of beans. I've got red kidney beans, cannellini beans, and some pinto, and they're just going to be really moorish. It's going to be great. Delish. Okay, so to step up our toast, we're going to be making some homemade garlic bread. For this, just take a couple of diced cloves of garlic, mix it through some melted butter with some parsley, and then we're going to griddle our ciabattas once they're opened up, and then we're going to spread the butter on the top of them. Here's a tip as well, make sure you add the garlic and the parsley before you melt the butter. That way it just cooks out some of the rawness of the garlic, helps it all meld together, and then make sure you season it with pepper as well. Okay guys, so just before we serve up, I just wanted to talk about the challenge. We definitely have enough for 7 portions, as well as having spent, I think, about 11 quid in total. So we've definitely come under budget, and it's got meat in it, so hooray, we did it. Well done guys. Okay guys, and there we go. It's looking good. It's under budget, and we've got enough for as many portions as we need. But the final test, as always, is whether it tastes good. Beautiful texture, not too spicy, sweet with the honey. Just a little bit of sour off that lemon just to cut through it, and that garlic ciabatta bread is peak delish. This is very similar to a recipe that I uploaded to Sorted Foods when I first started cooking. If you want to go check that out, the link is in the description. This version will also be in the description, and hopefully we should start to film some more videos just on those recipes you like. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Follow us on all the social media. Maybe you might even fancy supporting me on Patreon, because if you do that, then I can keep doing this, and we can see how far we can take this. Have a good night. See you next time.